What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Conor has taken a sharp jab at Jake Paul following Jake's brutal knockout loss to Anthony Joshua. After the fight, Jake shared an emotional message on social media, trying to stay positive despite the setback. In his post, Jake wrote that God is great, revealed he suffered a broken jaw, but confirmed his brain and spine were clear. He added that he had never been more motivated, wished everyone around the world a Merry Christmas, and encouraged people to never stop trying to be great, saying failure is guaranteed if you never try. Conor was quick to respond and did not miss the opportunity to fire shots. He replied directly to Jake's message with a sarcastic tone, saying, "Indeed, God is great," before adding a final dig by telling him to enjoy his Christmas movies, bro. The comment instantly caught attention across social media, with fans interpreting it as classic Conor trash talk. The exchange added another layer to the ongoing tension between the two outspoken stars, keeping the online rivalry alive even after Jake's loss. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news. Michael Bisping surprised a lot of fans recently by shifting his stance on Tom Aspinall's ongoing eye poke controversy. For weeks, Bisping had been one of Tom's loudest defenders, partly because they are both Englishmen, and partly because Bisping knows firsthand what it is like to fight with an eye injury. However, he recently expressed some surprisingly harsh criticism, suggesting that Tom is handling the situation all wrong. Tom has been posting extensively on social media, sharing videos from doctor visits, scans, and medical updates. His intention is clear, to prove to fans that the eye poke was legitimate, that the injury was real, and that he did not quit. Bisping believes that instead of helping, these constant updates are backfiring. In his view, the more Tom posts, the more it appears he is trying to convince people of his legitimacy, rather than moving forward like a true champion. This critique carries extra weight coming from Bisping, who fought much of his career with only one functioning eye, and understands the mental and physical challenges of such an injury. Bisping, alongside Paul Felder, advised Tom to stop dwelling on the incident and focus on recovery and future performance. They feel that this kind of oversharing is not what people want from a heavyweight champion. Fans want to see resilience, determination, and confidence, not repeated proof that the injury exists. Bisping stressed that authenticity is key, and fighters need to project strength rather than sympathy. He suggested that Tom should channel his frustration, stay on top of his rehabilitation, and maintain focus on getting back into training. Instead of posting endless updates, Tom could embrace a more aggressive, confident persona. Bisping emphasized that once Tom returns to the octagon and defeats an opponent like Cyril Gane, fans will respect and admire him regardless of past controversies. He encouraged Tom to adopt the role of the heel if necessary, to speak boldly, and to assert dominance both in the cage and on the microphone. According to Bisping, this approach will resonate far more with fans, who will respond to a version of Tom that is unapologetically confident and focused on performance. By moving past the social media frenzy and showing up ready to dominate, Tom can reclaim his aura as a true heavyweight champion and turn the controversy into motivation rather than distraction. Moving on to another news, Arman has released new footage of himself hard at work in training, and it is already turning heads across the MMA world. The clips show Arman training alongside Olympic champion Zaurbek Sidakov as he prepares for his upcoming grappling match against Shara Magomedov. The footage highlights the intensity of the sessions and the high level of competition inside the room. Arman can be seen pushing the pace, exchanging scrambles, and sharpening his wrestling fundamentals against one of the most accomplished grapplers on the planet. Training with an Olympic gold medalist only further showcases Arman's commitment to evolving his game and testing himself against elite opposition. His control, balance, and transitions stand out, reinforcing his reputation as a world-class wrestler with dangerous jiu-jitsu to match. The atmosphere in the gym looks intense, with constant pressure, sweat, and focus from start to finish. This preparation sends a clear message that Arman is taking the upcoming grappling match seriously and is ready to put on a dominant performance when the time comes. Moving on to another news. The MMA Guru has opened up about how his long-running beef with Nina drama first started, and he did not hold back when discussing the situation. Speaking during a recent interview on the Overdogs podcast alongside Mike Perry, the MMA Guru explained the origins of their fallout and shared his blunt opinion on Nina's content style. According to him, the conflict began after he made what he described as a joke that did not land well with Nina. He claimed she took immediate offense and was unwilling to let it slide. The MMA Guru said that from his perspective, the comment was taken out of proportion and things escalated quickly from there. He explained that Nina reacted strongly and allegedly told him that people within the UFC were aware of him, criticized his behavior, and viewed him as a negative presence within the sport. The MMA Guru said that after hearing those comments, he responded by making a lengthy video directed at Nina, telling her off and defending his stance. He claimed that his core audience supported him and agreed with how he handled the situation. He also doubled down on his criticism of Nina Drama's content, calling it childish and awkward in his view. He specifically took issue with how Nina interacts with fighters during interviews, particularly with her boyfriend standing behind the camera. The MMA Guru suggested that the dynamic feels strange and uncomfortable at times, and while he acknowledged that it is their personal relationship, he still questioned the tone and presentation of the content. He said there are moral and professionalism aspects people could debate, but ultimately it is their choice. During the conversation, Mike Perry listened and chimed in, noting that there are many creators using similar styles of content these days. The MMA Guru agreed, but maintained that Nina's approach stands out in a negative way to him. He emphasized that his criticism is about the content itself, not just personal dislike, and believes the feud grew because neither side was willing to back down. Meanwhile, Nina Drama later responded by posting her own video, keeping the public back and forth alive. Moving on to another news. Islam Makhachev has shared his honest thoughts on the striking abilities of Conor compared to Ilia, and his comments have quickly sparked debate among fight fans. Speaking in a recent interview with the Russian outlet Ushatika, Islam explained that while Ilia is known for his explosive power and ability to hurt opponents, Conor stands out as the more technically refined striker on the feet. According to Islam, the key difference lies in timing and precision rather than raw force. He pointed out that Ilia may generate more offensive power overall, but Conor's strength was always his counter-punching and fight awareness. Islam emphasized how Conor patiently waited for mistakes, drew reactions from opponents, and punished them with clean, accurate shots at just the right moment. As a fellow southpaw, Islam said he paid close attention to how Conor used angles, distance, and footwork to set up his left hand. He noted that Conor's ability to make opponents miss by inches and immediately respond with a perfectly timed counter was on another level. This skill, in Islam's view, separated Conor from many other elite strikers in the sport. Islam also highlighted Conor's understanding of rhythm and range, explaining that he rarely wasted strikes and always looked to capitalize on openings. While Ilia brings aggression and knockout power, Conor's calm approach, sharp timing, and technical striking made him especially dangerous during his prime. These comments offer a rare technical breakdown from one elite fighter, evaluating two of the most talked about strikers in modern MMA history. Moving on to another news. Bisping and Felder are pushing back hard against the UFC's growing reliance on interim belts, arguing that it is slowly stripping away the feeling of true dominance in the sport. According to Felder, this sense of having one clear, unbeatable champion is something he feels fans have been missing for the past couple of years. Their discussion comes at a time when several divisions are stuck in uncertainty, and the promotion appears increasingly comfortable creating interim titles to keep things moving. One of the key examples discussed was Ilia, who is confirmed to be away from competition for several more months. That absence has already pushed the UFC toward moving forward with an interim lightweight title, continuing a trend that Felder believes is becoming excessive. At heavyweight, the situation is similar. Tom Aspinall is currently sidelined following the eye poke incident and is not expected to return anytime soon, which has only fueled more speculation. With that backdrop, rumors have picked up that the UFC could introduce yet another interim belt, this time at heavyweight. Alex Pereira and Cyril Gane have been mentioned as a possible matchup, although nothing has been made official. For Felder, this is exactly the problem. He feels the UFC is far too quick to reach for interim championships whenever a champion is temporarily unavailable, even if the layoff is relatively short. Felder explained that when interim belts become common, they start to lose meaning. Champions like Ilia and Aspinall are deprived of the aura that comes with clear, unquestioned dominance. Instead of having one guy sitting at the top, the divisions begin to feel crowded and less special. He added that constant belt shuffling also makes super fights feel less exciting, because there is no longer that sense of a reigning king defending his throne. Bisping echoed those sentiments, pointing out the complications with rushing someone like Aspinall back from an eye injury. He stressed that you cannot simply hurry a fighter into camp when they cannot even safely train or take contact. For him, this is where patience should matter more than creating another interim champion. Both Bisping and Felder said they missed the days of long-reigning champions, bringing up names like Anderson Silva as an example of someone who felt unbeatable. They want to see fighters who give fans that same feeling again, the kind where you watch and think this guy cannot lose. Felder believes Ilia has the potential to become that type of champion, and Aspinall was already heading in that direction before the strange circumstances derailed his momentum. In their view, if Aspinall returns and dominates someone like Cyril Gane, the heavyweight division could once again have that clear figure at the top. Until then, they worry that the constant use of interim belts is making championships feel less special and less exciting overall. Moving on to another news. Islam Makhachev has revealed that he was offered a fight against Michael Morales for January, but he ultimately turned it down. In the same interview, Islam also sent a clear warning to Ilia, saying he plans to have a direct conversation with him to finally settle their issues once and for all. During a long appearance on the Russian channel SH0TS, Islam touched on multiple subjects, and we are here to break down the most important points from that discussion. Islam shared that he recently spoke with Petr Yan in Dubai ahead of Merab's rematch. He praised Yan for traveling to Dagestan and training extensively with wrestlers to correct mistakes from the past. According to Islam, this adjustment could change everything. He believes that if a third fight ever happens, it would actually be easier for Yan because he now understands how to shut down Merab's wrestling and control the pace. When discussing Umar Nurmagomedov, Islam explained that a potential rematch with Merab is more interesting to him than Umar facing Yan right now. He wants Umar to erase his previous loss and feels confident that Umar has the technical ability, speed, and fight IQ to outplay the former champion over 5 rounds. As for his own future, Islam revealed that the UFC offered him a January bout against the undefeated Michael Morales. However, he declined the opportunity because he had just completed a grueling 3-month training camp and did not feel he had enough time to recover and properly prepare. Islam expects to return after Ramadan, most likely around April, May, or June, when the timing feels right. This window allows his body to heal, sharpen skills, and come back focused, motivated, and ready to face any challenge placed in front of him at the highest level possible. Moving on to another news. Dana White did not hold back when addressing Islam Makhachev after the lightweight champion revealed behind-the-scenes details about a potential fight with Michael Morales. For weeks, the MMA world had been buzzing with speculation over who would be next to challenge Islam at welterweight. Fans and analysts debated whether the undefeated and dangerous Michael Morales would get the opportunity, or if the division might see a legacy matchup with Kamaru Usman. That uncertainty kept the conversation alive until Islam confirmed in a Russian interview that the UFC had officially offered him a January bout against Morales. While the revelation instantly caught attention, it reportedly did not sit well with Dana. White has long been vocal about his dislike for fighters leaking information before the promotion is ready to make official announcements, and this situation was no different. During a recent Instagram live session, Dana expressed clear frustration with fighters who talk too much and reveal plans prematurely. Although he did not directly confirm or deny the existence of the Morales fight offer, his tone made it obvious that he was annoyed by the situation. He stressed that this kind of chatter takes away from the UFC's ability to control announcements, build suspense, and deliver surprises on their own terms. Dana made it clear that these leaks undermine the promotion's structure and make it harder to manage narratives around major fights. He suggested that fighters often want to appear informed or important by sharing information early, even when it causes unnecessary complications. His comments added another layer of tension to an already intriguing situation within the welterweight division. The frustration from Dana has only fueled more speculation around Islam's next move and how the UFC will handle his first title defense at welterweight. The division remains wide open, and the spotlight is firmly on Islam as fans wait to see what comes next. During his rant, Dana bluntly stated that he no longer cares about trying to keep everything quiet, pointing out that people simply cannot keep their mouths shut. He said there are no real secrets anymore. because everyone wants to act like they are in the know. According to Dana, this constant leaking is exactly why situations like this keep happening, and it is something the UFC continues to battle behind the scenes.